So have you seen the bird theory test all over TikTok lately? It's mostly been a woman randomly saying to her husband, "Hey, I saw a bird today." And she waits to see if he responds or just ignores her.
Did I tell you that I saw a bird yesterday?
You saw a bird.
I saw a bird yesterday.
What kind of bird?
It was blue.
Okay. Why you telling me this?
And a lot of people are treating this like a test. Like if my partner doesn't respond about the bird, our relationship must not be that great. But that's not actually the point. It's not meant to be a test. And we actually make these requests for attention all throughout the day. And believe it or not, it could be one of the most important skills to learn in any relationship. I review this with my couples all the time, and it's even important with your kids and your friends. And I'm going to tell you why. It actually separates the masters of relationships from the disasters. And this is based on the relationship experts, the Gottmans, who've been observing interactions of around 3,000 couples in what they call their love lab. So the Gottmans studied couples for over 40 years to try to figure out what makes some relationships thrive while others fall apart. And in their research, they discovered something really fascinating. Couples are constantly making what we call bids for connection. And a bid can be really tiny. It can be really subtle. It could be something like saying to your partner, "Hey, did you see that we got that invitation to John's wedding?" Or, "Man, I had a really crappy day." Or, "Hey, you should try this cookie I made." Or even just a sigh. And the question is not, does your partner respond perfectly? The real question is, do they respond by turning towards you or like leaning into the conversation, at least most of the time? Because that moment, that tiny moment, it's your nervous system asking, is my partner here with me? Do they care about me? Do they care about what they have to say? But now here's where it gets really powerful. After observing thousands of couples, the Gottmans were able to predict with over 90% accuracy which couples would stay together and which ones would break up. So they separated them into two groups, the masters of relationships and the disasters. And the disasters ignored each other's bids, not out of cruelty, but just because they were maybe on their phones or distracted or dismissive or just stressed out, or just emotionally checked out. And then over time, these ignored bids for connection built resentment, loneliness, emotional distance. And in fact, if a bid for connection is ignored over and over years, the person will actually just quit trying to connect with their partner. But the masters did something simple and consistent. They responded to bids, even the tiny, silly ones, most of the time. In fact, about 86% of the time. If their partner said something like, "Hey, look at that bird. Out the window, I see a bird." The masters didn't say, "Why would I care about a bird? That's so dumb." They responded like, oh, where? What does it look like? And not even because they care about the bird, but because they care about the person pointing out the bird. So when your partner says something like, "I want you to watch this funny video," or "Tell me about how was your day? Tell me about your day," or "Come and sit with me," they're just asking for connection. So the bird test isn't about passing or failing. It's just about noticing. Do we turn towards each other? Do we still reach out to share experiences? Do we respond when the other person reaches out to us? Because as we know, I've said this before, relationships are built on the micro moments, not the grand gestures. So the next time your partner brings up something random, even if you're not really that interested in the topic, remember that it's not about the topic. It's about connection. It's not about the bird. It's about saying, "I see you, I hear you, you're important to me." And that is love in action.